Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me.
ऐसा स्टंट पहले किसी ने नहीं किया है।
Aircraft 1 ready to launch.
तुम्हें डर नहीं लग रहा है?
डर सबको लगता है, कला सबका सूखता है, पर डर से डरोगे तो कुछ बड़ा कैसे करोगे? तो ड्यू उठा और हिम्मत का घूंट लगा।
Aircraft 2 incoming. We have hit an air pocket.
माउंटेन ड्यू, डर के आगे जीत है।
SKOAR College Gaming Club. Today we are at Woxsen University, Hyderabad. I feel like I'm going all around India at this point with SKOAR because we are literally going to Punjab, we're going to Mumbai, we're going to Pune, and now we are in Hyderabad, the city of Hyderabad, all for their biryanis and Nawabi food. Okay, now before I become hungry, we have to talk about our sponsors for the day. That is, we are powered by Gigabyte today. As you can see, the PCs that are being used with the laptops, they are by Gigabyte. So do check them out. If you play on them, you can see the high frame rate that we're going to get with them. Our beverage partner is Mountain Dew. You can literally see around us. And gaming headset partner, Sony Inzone, this beautiful white headset that is there on your head. Cybersecurity partner is Kaspersky. And finally, we have a networking partner, TP-Link, who turns out, scared before I get into this, at the area, they're getting a speed of 1 gigabyte per second.
Plus, after listening to that, I think so. I'm going to switch my network to TP Link because that is the network I need whenever I am in those my ranked matches and I see those IMSR players. So maybe I'd be able to get a few shots onto them. But seriously, that is something that is amazing. And we know, the map veto is about to be in front of us along with the prize pool. So maybe we just first have to discuss about the prize pool of this entire tournament. And it's going to be of massive 10,000 rupees. And out of that, the winners are going to get 5,000 in their hand. That is just impressive, to be honest. And second place prize will be getting 3,000, while the third place will be getting 1,500. And the MVP Draco will be getting 500 rupees for themselves. Maybe they'd be able to buy a few skins out of that. And again, thinking about how important that MVP prize is, I believe every player in the lobby will definitely be fighting for that. Now, talking about fighting, we know the map veto has been completed and everything will be in front of us in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. The first map, none other than Bind with 11W as attackers. And guess who's the defenders, Draco?
11, Team 11L. I know it and I am confused. Okay, so everybody in the chat today or everybody at the arena who's watching, tell your friends that, hey, look, we are going to be calling WWLL. Now, the meaning of W, we haven't decided what should we tell. So it's all on you because we're not going to say Team 11 versus Team 11. That sounds like an app which we are not getting sponsored by. But getting back to this. So we have got the first map of Bind, and I'm curious because I just watched a game of Bind, like because I tend to do VOD analysis. And there is an opportunity that we could see Yoru today. But if you want, let us just take a look at the players who are taking part. You know what? We should just give them a little bit of credit. And guess what? This is the second time this is happening. And I'm proud to say this. They've got a girl in the team. Now, surprisingly, this is the second time that's happening in SKOAR, and that's a very nice thing. So congratulations. Whoever, I wish I could see her name clearly. I think so in game we'll put a highlight, but she's playing for Team WL. Team WL, I'm saying. Nice. Team Scared. Who is an agent that you want to see in this map?
I would love to see the Harbor Piper combination. And since you mentioned Yoru, I want to see Yoru being put into use as well. Because I remember seeing a clip of Tens versus Asuna, and both of them were playing on that Yoru. And the way, the main teleporters that have been provided in game. So that's one of the utility that I don't think so any other agent can do apart from obviously Omens from the shadows, but it takes quite a while to cast and you cannot just spam it in every single round. So that's one thing I would love to see. And we've been seeing a lot of killjoys coming in. I want to see some cipher setups. I saw a few fun trip. Um, as well, but we could be up for a surprise or a treat.
My opinion needs a little bit of a buff. Following a election now requiring 9 or it's like you got a battlefield. But
Select your agent.
I don't know how useful a breach like with the stuns maybe you get, but the aftershocks due to how they work. One situation like how the site has been made. Whereas we see a cipher, and this is where it gets interesting. With cipher, you get complete control of either showers or the entire side of B. Like if played well, if you put it reply as well. So it's going to be curious to see what do the team W. Okay, you know what? Let's decide a name for W. What does W stand for? Let's do that.
Since there's a Rumsky in the opponent, I'm just gonna call them Whiskey probably.
Team which is attacking. So I think so for W, let us go for Water Boys. And team L, we'll just go for. Oh no, you know W. Okay, Waterloo. Good name from W. I'm not thinking, but L.
And suddenly, for some reason,
Nice.
every single word that starts with W has left my mind space entirely. My mind just decided you need a word with W. Guess what, bro? We don't have one.
It's fine. You do one thing. You start the first round. Meanwhile, I'll search up names in the words in the dictionary to find out from W and L.
Absolutely perfect. All right. And since you mentioned about the breach utilities coming in, especially the aftershock as well, I really feel like that there are a few close corners that can definitely you use your aftershock on, which can clear those spaces, especially on the A side around that box. You know, always know there's someone going to be there. It needs to be cleared. But talking about that, you're gonna see the control of the being taken. That's gonna be your first pick coming in. Inside as well, there's a quick trade towards the showers, Annie. Still standing strong, taking control of the side. They do not have a lot of space to work with, but definitely got the TP control. So could go towards the other side where Killjoy is ready to welcome them F2 Premium with the setup. An idea that everyone's going to be coming in. The own team rotating. That's a good time to peek in. He takes one pick, gets the second contact, does not get the damage or the headshot connected. And he still standing strong on towards the side. Will not be able to get the plant down or the pick coming in. It's all onto its death. As he is the last man standing inside the U-Hauls. Has an idea that I miss her, is on side, does not have the idea of the second person. Needs to take the spike. This time it could be everything, and he gets it. He gets the win for his team. That was down to a 1v1 though. I did not realize that because Death was able to manage, he managed to get a pick towards, I believe the CT if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that was CT. That was the backup side that you're seeing right there. And literally, I must say this. I didn't search up a word from W, and we're just gonna wait because guess what? W have to take in the W in the first round. Congratulations. But clearly now it matters because they've had so many people die in the pistol round. How do they react in this eco? Because they have to eco it down. Like you cannot buy or you cannot force buy because your first. It's a BO3 at the end of the day. So the first map might help you with momentum. But ideally, the first round, it's normally a give or take, to be honest.
Yes, that is true. And again, just as you mentioned, we are not seeing any kind of game fight. All of them are just onto those classics. We'll try to get as many picks as possible and maybe deny the plant, which I don't think so would be possible at this point. But look at that. All of them are just stacked in towards the hookah.
One enemy remaining.
So the openers are coming in, and talk about openers, it's almost just down to last one enemy where
Spike planted.
Super low. So me is gonna have to face that molly. Will be pushed inside the smoke and then out of it, only to get back. And the respawn timer as the round goes in again for 11 Ws. That's the second consecutive round for them. But it was an eco coming in for 11, so it's absolutely fine since now they will be able to have better weaponry.
Okay, so after glossing to Google, and thank you Google for this, we have decided the name of Team L is going to be Team LAN Party. Okay, I'm going for gaming terms. And for W, we are going to aim for Team Wall Hacks. How do you like that? So now...
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, thank you. So now clearly on the defense, you can see Team Wall Hacks just getting this control of hookah. You can see by a clear thing of, hey, look, there's a sage wall stopping showers. And now the attack is confused because they have to break through this wall. While they have better weaponry on their hands, He is playing with a Spectre. Gravity realizes he might not see that is 1 pixel. But no! The timing has not worked in his favor! No! Scared.
That that was so very close. I can't, man. That's actually a spammable angle as well, you know, because you can spam through that point through showers as well. But they just decided not to do it. Wanted to try and get some kind of vision, which they were not able to. But oh no, they don't have any kind of map control apart from having, you know, their own side of the map controlled by them. They don't. They're not taking any kind of space towards any other side. They've left Sky for the lurk play and are all moving towards the hookah as well as the B main. Again, Killjoy is there to welcome them. The Viper Ward will also maybe delay their route as the after over there. Saki goes in. And he's going to take control of the backside and jumps right in the face of our misser. Gets taken down, but the judge had no idea that gravity would be there. Another spam through the smoke. Gravity is good for 2. F2 premium down, so no more KG utilities. Rumsky still going in for the spray. That's a vandal you're gonna spray with. Still managed to get one. It's 2v3 situation. 2 of them inside the hookah, and one of them goes down, and gravity on the side. Finished 3 of them. That was a play you always want to see from your duelist. 3 picks, 2 of those openers were just outstanding.
I mean, Gravity right there has proven why Newton is known so well. You get them close, you pull them down, and then you show them who's the boss. I mean, ideally, what do you say? Team wall hacks have been doing really well. They've been quite impressive right now, and you can see that because they've got 3 rounds in a row. Meanwhile, on the other hand, LAN Party have to now figure out what do they change out here, because the Sage wall is now working in their favor, because they last time put the wall down, and then what? They just took the orb and went away. But the ultimates also available this round, so let's see which team uses which.
That is true. Gravity again taking the spray towards the lamp. That's going to be a third flash. Again, only flashing their own teammates as well side by side.
Down A.
Already coming in. Upside of 11 else. Base, and that's going to be the fight being taken and not being won by Gravity. Dark Scroll wins that out. Fully stopped then because of that Molotov. Down to a 3v2 now. 11 else need to get this one specific
exactly.
in order to kind of confirm the round for them. Flash it out, but only because the neutral strength, the position will be noted. It's death, takes one. Breach is good for the trade-off. That's last 1v1. And that is me winning out on that trade. He was not there for that fight, so that round could have been, you know, falling into a much more problematic situation for them, because that giving 1v1 in that situation, I wouldn't say it was the best idea, but still he wins that out. That's good for his team. They finally get the first round.
I mean, clearly right now, getting into this, I mean, looking at this game, you know, as you're building up, it's just intensely rising more and more. The rounds which we thought team LAN Party were going to take it away, they didn't. And instead, the rounds which they have not taken away, they're trying it now. So now clearly, Mr. is holding a judge, telling him, "You judge me, I judge you, I kill you." And not backing away. Thank you very much. Says, I miss her. And clearly, we all do miss her. We all do wonder about her. But it's only in the close angles where you can see the most utilization of the judgment that she threw upon us. Isn't that right, Scared?
Yes, absolutely correct. That's another unit he gets taken down.
Spike down B.
How is Raze getting one more? Gets the arm. That's basically the showstopper, stopping the tracks of Assad. Till the control of Hookah remains in the hand of 11 Ws, who would probably try and go for the rotate. Viper was stuck inside.
What?
The teleporter would break through the wall, kills its death, finds the perfect timing when he was using his ultimate. My goodness, can he still get it? TM13 needs to isolate these fights, find the position. He actually managed to get a first shot, but Rumsky finishes him off in style. How did he manage that, Rico? How did he manage that?
Oh, LAN Party, LAN Party, LAN Party. The simple answer is, and the rightful answer is, the Seals didn't know what is happening and just ran away. The spike was not in their control and they were just wondering, maybe isolated, I get this one pick, maybe I can do something. But guess what? The Rumsky were just like, nope, I am Viper, I am all about the vengeance. And so, We are clearly seeing now a different setup. In this setup, we're going to see, okay, a very interesting that put smoke so deep. Because ideally, normally you put it at the entry or like towards a bit more inside. You put it on top to get a one-way. But clearly now the attackers have another opinion. Team Wallbangers just like, you know what? Wall hacks are just like, yeah, we are now going to push on to side. We're going to show a little bit of presence at A. But we're going to attack B. And clearly that is what's happening. But Mr. Me is not holding his back. But a judge. Premium. Showing
One
how
enemy
beautiful that
remaining.
Paskin is. Mr. Me is not giving away his location, but they know where he is. The wall is coming to play. It's a miss. It's a Mr. Miss. It's literally Mr. Miss, showing why he misses her so much. I hope she comes back to him if he does miss her so much and he's getting all the picks, man.
I mean, everyone just wishes for the exact same thing. And whenever you see an I miss her in the lobby, it's always either top fragging or bottom fragging. And I miss her in this lobby went in from bottom fragging to top fragging in 6 rounds. So that's definitely now them working their way out. And looking at the economy, they've got a pretty solid one being built up, especially by Rumsky. Look at that, 6,600 kills in the Ascent. And that's the right perspective being used up just to have the entire control of a main. And a solid Viper split will deny a lot of space. The team of 11Ws will now be moving towards the showers to try and take that space and try to get some of the pressure out and over towards Team 11Ls. Dark Soul, in the meantime, will make sure the wall up. That's going to be the first fight killing with that one. Notice the 2 more people try to take another trade-off, only down to 13 HP still standing. As the blast back, however, will not be allowed to do so as the nade comes in. Perfect time. Gravity, Sheriff in the hand. Moves in towards the side. Rumsky needs to find this timing. Moves out of the pit. Will get the contact. That's 5 down. Draco, and he will be taken down Assad with that headshot. Super nasty. Gets the Seekers on the back of it. That's going to be the Rolling Thunder coming in. Gets a couple of knock-up. 3v2 situation. Sage has the risk, but nobody's to be found near him.
I mean, nobody's right there.
One enemy remaining.
Gravity is just showing what he was doing in the beginning. And Assad with that PK just showing that you can take us down. You can think that we are gone, but we ain't giving you this lead that easily right here. You can play with your food, you can toy with us, you can overcook yourself, you can undercook the meat. You can think gravity is all about an apple, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's all about us. And clearly they're attracting the positive energy now. You can see the momentum being like, y'all tried it, y'all are now gonna fail. And now, you know, that's the one thing which I like. Which teams, when they're giving away a bit of map, you give a little bit of momentum away. It's like a tease. And then you just come back and take it all away. It feels more hurtful than when a team just comes, takes away your momentum and tells you, yeah, we were just toying with you. But clearly, I think so the orb at Showers is going to be a very interesting thing because using that orb or farming it as much as they can get a kill. But guess what? The spike was down for a fraction of a second. I think they can get the plan down now.
Yeah, but Gravity is moving in with his showstopper, uses it, does not catch anyone. As its death already cleared breach out, and all the 3 people will now be moving in with that
Last player standing.
race from the heaven. But Gravity, what? How did he find that timing? Almost trying to get the 3rd one, and that's the Molotov down to 63 HP. I miss her. The last man standing. Spike has been planted. Time is not in his favor. He needs to come in for its death. It's going to be back to 100, and they know the position. Still, Amis is going to push down. They should have heard the jump. Now they have an idea where he is, and Assad is ready to welcome him with open arms. And gets the shot in. Another round coming in for 11Ws. 5-3.
5-3. My God, that's like just, you know what? 5-3. Interesting. But clearly now, there's one thing which I remember. This is a very funny story. So our production member who's in the back helping us, or who's the observer today, he had watched me live cast, and I remember there's this one game where we were just watching, and he told me that, is this team going to make a comeback? For a team to make a comeback, we need to minimum win 3 rounds. Wall hacks are doing just that. They're on their 2nd win already. Now, it matters only a few seconds if they get the 3rd round and completely shift the momentum to their side.
The alt economy, we'll talk about that later. Rumsky is just going to take care of Gravity like that. That's the coolest out of the and Assad still with that strafe takes breach down, and that's the lockdown being committed. committed to force them backwards. The spam on towards the boxes, not good enough, will not connect onto the machine. They'll have to respect it and will have to move back. Oh my god. I don't think so. Anani actually wanted to take that TP, but somehow we're probably gonna have a problem coming in, a bit of technical issue.
Huh?
We'll be solving it real quick, maybe. I saw all of them just going disconnected.
Yeah, the entire team just disconnect. I think so. It's like a
Yep.
issue from the arena. I think so. This round might be mostly rolled back because IMS is just playing
Yes.
around. Yeah, because it's like half of the defenders are online, half of the attack. Like the attackers are online, but the defenders are gone. But there's one defender right there, showing who's boss. What's happening? Ruski,
One enemy remaining.
Don't even kill him, man. Ah, come on.
Yeah, but it's a 1v1. We are seeing two people. Okay, there are two people who are back online. Okay, what is happening? Ruski getting detected. They're running around. This Ringa rolls right in front of us. Mostly this round is going to be rolled back. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be rolled back.
Yeah, yeah.
Disconnect coming in. So
Yeah, it was a massive disconnect coming from the side of the thing. So I think so. Yeah, I mean, one can try, one can hope it is what it is. But clearly, I must say this. Before that round, we all thought, oh, okay, it's going to go quite well. It's going to be kind of nice. But ideally,
I mean, yeah, it was going really nice, but again, at the end of the day, it came down to a disconnect. Will just quickly be rolled back. But again, when we are talking about the momentum, and you were mentioning, right, that
yeah,
if you want to somehow change the tide of the game, you need to get a minimum of 3 rounds, and how 11Ws are just on that way of gathering those two and then moving in towards their third, just to make sure they end up their attacking half in a specific amount of lead, maybe a 7-5 or an 8-4 ideally. That's what they would want. If you're talking about bind, we know, I just feel like that it's a little more defense centric map where yes, rotation for the attackers is fairly easy, but since both these teams are running a double sentinel comp, they can put each of the sentinels towards one of those sites and can lock down both of them entirely. So even if the attackers would move in for a rotation, they can, I believe, possibly commit a couple of people for that rotation and stack a site with 4 people and leave the last sentinel as the anchor of that one site. So I think that they should be able to get more round on their defense rather than their offense, since both of them just have one race for opening the site, and if they get taken down, it becomes really difficult. The execute is just almost, it kind of, the difficulties doubles up, to be honest.
I mean, you talked about one thing, and you talked about how this one-dimensional execute you have due to one duelist being in your team. But let's roll it back a bit forward. Why you have a map of bind? You've got teleporters. Why aren't you teleporting? Why aren't you rotating? You can have a flank who can get like you said, get information. Just be there. How about this? How about I give you an idea? You know what? Everybody at Dayran, this could happen, and if it's happening, thank me later. Have a situation where you're showing presence at hookah, you're showing presence two at hookah, two at B long, if I'm correct, yeah, and one is in showers, but just slowly creeping in, slowly creeping in. The siege wall might be there to stop it, and that is fine because after 30 to 40 seconds, the wall is gone. So you're not showing any presence, you're just holding it back. It's a bit passive, but you're showing aggression. Now the thing comes over here. Okay, wait. If we get entry into B side, push, plant, finish it off. Good job. Now this flank axe comes through the teleport, and congratulations, they're already near hookup. So backside was taken care of. But
Exactly.
what if the attack on the, or like your execute on B is not happening because there are 3 people on site? You rotate through the teleport, and now hookah is, now showers is clear. So enter in, walk in, and be like, congratulations. You've got no utils here. We're going to bombard you, and you get the plant down, and again play on the person. It's a small idea. But clearly, one thing which, I mean, we are going a bit more technical, if I'm being honest. I think so over here, they're playing, they're playing by their feel. They're playing by like their comfort of character. They're not playing by, how do I put it, in a nice way. They're not playing by like the meta, which we see in like the tier 1 things. But I think so they are following the meta we are having raised. So yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, finally, because after all I see is just Jet every single place. We've been casting many SCGC matches as well, and even after the nerves that Jet received, I believe it was the first match that I casted wherein both the teams just went in, picked up Jet, insta logged it without taking even a single second to consider about those nerves, and somehow both of them actually managed to play really well. But if we're talking about the potential, right now I feel like Raze is literally the best duelist in the game. only because of the way that you can use those satchels to maneuver around, especially going in with those executes or even trying to stop your opponents. You've got your nades up, also have those satchels to throw and take that space. And showstopper, just a very good tool to clear out so much of the space. As soon as you pop it, you know that your opponents are going to run back. They can try and risk taking those fights, but they just be risking facing a rocket coming right at them at light speed, which they cannot even dodge after that. So you would be good for one pick, but you will be risking your life, and that's trade very few people are willing to take. So if you're talking about in terms of potential, I believe Raze is the duelist which has one of the best potential in the game as of now. But since you've already mentioned about the Yoru as well, uh, it used to be considered as a troll agent, right? But since we've been seeing him a lot being used in the pro scenes, now even I am finding that his utilities are super valuable, especially with those rotations, those flashes, those fakes as well. Now, we know we don't usually see a lot of people doing in with that Yoru clone fake, but once in a while, even that can work magic.
I mean, the funny part is we talk about Yoru, we talk about Reina, we talk about Chet. But the interesting and Raze as well. Now that's a very funny thing. Now, I might be a commentator right now, and you're seeing me with sunglasses. Literally sunny outside. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. So excuse me. I am just feeling myself today. But when I remove these sunglasses, I have to work as a journalist. I normally write about Valorant. So
All
you won't
right.
believe it. The two articles which I feel very proud of is literally my article about Raze being the best secondary duelist that is in the game. And I've written a very long, like it's a 1,500 or 300 word article on that. And my other
Hmm.
article was about the Reina or Yoru, which is the better secondary duelist to use on Bind. And the interesting part there is you mentioned about the game between Sentinels versus 100 Thieves. That was in the LCQ of North America. We also
Exactly.
had a situation to see Evil Geniuses use Yoru in the grand finals as well of that same god tournament. But Reina, what more can I add? But now, not talking about the duels that are not in the game, talking about the agents that are in the game. You have to, if you're using Sky on the defense, ideally having a Sky thing at B long or showers is crucial because you get a lot of information. But I think the cheat code is B long.
Yes.
Use it through B long, come back, get information, just stop the push over there. With Viper, I am surprised to see that we are using a wall, which is a traditional wall, but it's not cutting into the teleporter. As such, it's not allowing you, like, having you stop in the presence or like the backstab coming from the teleporter near showers. So that's another wall which these people have to keep in mind. You look at a Brimstone, you look at the KJ. A KJ, the interesting part here is having KJs allowed you to have a ability which is there, which is going to damage you if you push through. Like, you have Cypher, the tripwires are just going to stun you. But if you have a KJ Molly, you are going to lose damage at a very fast amount. So that's the thing that they have to think about now.
Mhm. I definitely agree with you on that point. And you mentioned about the Viper wall. So I believe the reason why they're doing that is because of the fact that they also have a Sage in their team, which can, just throw out the wall in towards the showers, or you can definitely use the Viper orb. Just like in one round, we saw them doing that. Instead of going in for a one way, he just threw that orb inside it and made sure that the entry and only the entry was blocked by the smoke. So, yes, it does give some room for your opponent to go towards that one small corner and one small cubby, but that is a very risky place to be at. So, the one who's holding in from the heaven, yes, you could have to look at two different angles, but again, it is a very risky play to bring into. So, very few people go with that. So, Viper can basically control the entirety of the A main, B main, as well as the B hookah, along with controlling even the showers as well with the orb. So, I sometimes go with it, but we've seen the walls in the pro scenes, right? We know that you stand in the hookah and then you throw your wall out, and through the BTP, it goes outside of the A showers, and you can take that space, you can control that area. If you've got a person committed towards the showers as well, you will have a lot of room to work with. Plus, the opponents will not be able to look at you. And again, it risks them being flanked in from two different angles inside the showers. If you're the attackers, and you see a wiper wall there, I would definitely use my utilities to clear that space out. So it's very good to bait out a few utils, but again, it's the pro scene that we're talking about. Right now, these teams are playing in their comfort zone, just like you mentioned. And finally, you're coming out side of your sunglasses as well,
I'm
getting
done.
more comfortable. And
I mean, see, I mean, I could wear the sunglasses, but then I realized, okay, it's a bit too good to be so in sunglasses because I can't see the screen anymore. Like, there's a certain level of, yeah, I can have a comedic effect for everybody watching. But at some point, you're like, okay, I'm in a cast, I need to look at what is happening. But you mentioned something, and I will bring this up again, which I didn't realize. On one side, we don't have a sky, so we only have a breach. So your information, to gather information, you have no ability. There is no initiator or like an information gathering initiator as well. This is on the side of the defenders. So when they're attacking, I have no idea how are they going to find out without giving away their location. How are they planning to find out the location of the opponents, or like how many anchors are there on site? How many people are there? Is it in showers? Is it in hookahs and halls? You're not going to come to know. So that's going to be very interesting to watch out sooner than later. Where on the other hand, because Team W or Wall Hacks or Team 11W, you have a situation where they have a sky. You get the information even on the defense. So it's going to be quite crucial to see that as well. Like, I was just looking at the agent, I was like, okay, yeah, there are so many things we can talk about and so many things that are there that can be discussed. But even in basic play, if these fundamentals are not thought about, it leads to that be a situation where you cannot get information. And on a map like Bind, information is key. So that's that.
Exactly. There are just so many corners to look at, so many spaces to clear. And yes, you're talking about the breach, not being able to give out the information to his team. Even if you talk about the rolling thunder, the aftershock, the fault line, it's just going to clear a part of that space. Yes, fault line, aftershock are only used for that, but rolling thunder, it is normally used on the maps wherein the entire site and all the spaces can be cleared with that. Or you can just push your opponent a lot back towards the spawn. Like if you're talking about the fracture, you use the ultimate in such a way that you push everyone back in their own spawn, all the attackers. Sorry, all the defenders back in their own spawn. Or you can just throw it on to clear the side and take that entire space while your smokes just hold that choke point so that you can clear that area. And again, on bind, even if you use your rolling thunder on site, there are just so many spaces that your opponents could be at. You have to use a ton of more utilities to clear all of that area. And I don't think so how that would actually be really good for them, because they have to use those utils to first take that space to through the map, because as you mentioned, they don't have anything to gather the information for them without giving up their own position. So basically when the sides will change and 11 um, Ls would be on the attack, 11 Ws would definitely know by the amount of utilities being used, the number of players who are on towards one specific site. So the rotations would be much more quicker in terms of that. But again, I might be getting too presumptuous of myself. It could turn out entirely different than what we predict. But just looking at the agent select and the way these teams have been playing, the way these teams have been using the utils, their play style, it does seem to me that 11 Ws are the ones who, yes, might just lose momentum for a while, but will gain it back quickly. And the utilities that they can use, they are much more versatile in that.
I mean, versatility comes at a level of flexibility, and if you are flexible, a lot of people will be happy with you. But I mean, right now I know like this is a okay. So normally as tech pause happens, normally we have to show our faces to everybody. But I think so. This is one thing which like the producer and I had done last game, where he just takes us around the map, and his ultimate goal is to show us something that we don't know anything about on the map of Bind. So today I'm kind of excited to see what is that. It's like a mini game for everybody. Now clearly people at the arena might be just wondering what is happening, and if you are, fair dues. If you can just let us know how you're feeling and how the experience being over there, we would like to interact with you all. But other than that, I would like to just say this. Now, you know what? Let's just take a break from this game and let's just talk about I'll, what got you into Valorant, Scared. Like, you know what? Let's just have a small interview about you. So, what got you into Valorant?
Hypoc and Pansy. That's what I'll say. Hypoc and Pansy are one of the main casters of the VCT events. So
Hmm.
they've been one of my favorite casters, and I've been watching a lot of games. I've been watching a lot of casting, and those were the two people that are my favorite Valorant caster at this point. So when I heard them talking about a lot of things, I found it much more interesting. And Valorant as a game, It is so very fun to play since I'll be
Is
honest.
it? Is
I'm a
it?
MOBA player. Yeah, it is. To be honest, yes, it is. If you're talking about the technicalities and stuff, yes, I really love playing Valorant.
I do.
I've been a MOBA player for a long time, so I
Oh,
really love to use those agents, heroes, champions, whatever you want to call them, who have those skills. You would like to place those skills, and you would want to play around your abilities. Valorant is a game where yes, you have to have the aim, you have to get the plan down and everything, but you also have the utilities, you have the lineups, you can use your skills and your abilities in such a way that it can give you an advantage. So it's just that. And of course, my friends also play Valorant, so I want to play the Valorant game with them. It's all fun. It's all interconnected though. And what about you? What got you into this game?
okay. What got me into this game? Oh, very interesting. Okay. So it all started when what happened? I had a very bad laptop. My friends used to play Valorant. I never played with them during lockdown. After lockdown, I got a not after lockdown, like during lockdown, I got a good laptop. And people told me, yeah, Valorant is a free game. Play it. I'm like, okay, fine. Now the thing was, before this, I never played CS:GO. The only FPS I had played or like FPS per se on laptop was CS 1.6. That was in like my college game. We had like a computer club, and over there I used to play 1.6, and I was just like on the I was just sniper left, right, and center. I used to enjoy it. So yeah, that got me into. And then following that, Valorant just became a thing of like, yeah, you know what? I enjoy the game. The abilities that you talk about, it reminded me a little bit of another game, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, I can play this game. I can find out how it is. I enjoy playing with my friends, but now sadly all my friends have gone for their masters, so I have to make new friends to play. But the thing was, I like esports since I was a kid. I mean, I like gaming since I was a kid. So whenever there's a game which boomed up in India, and when I used to write, I had to write about Valorant, and the rest is history. Now I work as a caster. You can see right now, and I write articles whenever I have the mood. But I have to write articles, so it's there. It's like a good thing that I'll just say this: it's a blessing, but it can also be a curse for like people who have to get to like Radiant, because I think so. I can never play that competitive. Like, I used to be a professional player in another sport, like in another sport and esport, but let's just say I gave up on that dream very fast because there was no ecosystem of it back then. So yeah, I mean, now I look into the chat, I see one of them have told us hi. I would reply to you, hi back. And yeah, once again, are you all
Hello.
enjoying the festivities? Like, just asking you, do you celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi or you don't?
Yeah, we do. We do celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi.
That's
So
nice, man.
yes, of course. We are enjoying the festivities as well, all the decorations around all the temples and the pujas and everything. I really love that because I love to see it once in a while. It's not like we have to do that every day. And it's basically a birthday celebration for Ganeshi, right? So why not just have fun, celebrate it just like you normally do, celebrate the birthday of all your friends. So I really love that, and I had my favorite prasad. That's besan ka laddu. So that's amazing.
Nice.
I really love that. Been loving that since I was a kid, and you've already talked about loving things as a kid, loving gaming since you were a kid, always into the esports and all. So, yeah, when I think back, I've been playing a lot of games since I was a kid. I did not have the resources to play the Counter Strike or things like that, but yeah, I used to play other games as well. They were not very competitive, but still, I enjoyed the storyline and all of that. And when I grew up, I bought some stuff for myself, got into esports a lot, became a lot more serious than I was. And now, since I'm in Valorant, you know how I started casting? I'm going to tell you the story how I started casting. So there was one of this tournament of a mobile game, and in that game group, they just sent in a request that, or not a request, an opening that they required a caster, and I had no idea what casting was. So just out of my curiosity, I was a very curious kid. Out of curiosity, I thought, all right, why don't we just try and give that interview, and I'll directly ask them what casting is. I gave the interview and they really liked it. And they were like, all right, you're in. So I asked, okay, yes, I'm in. But what do I have to do? What casting actually is? And they explained me that I basically have to commentate the entire game and I have to make it interesting for the people. Now, one thing they did not tell me was that I first need to enjoy the game myself in order to make sure that the people who are listening to me will enjoy it as much as I'm doing it. Now, these are the few small things that you always learn along the way. And from there, my casting career started. It was back in the lockdown of 2020, December probably. And well, now I'm here. And not just in one game, I've been casting in multiple games. And I somehow feel very comfortable and I feel kind of like at home and at ease whenever I am on the desk and watching all these players. Now they make these plays, these amazing plays, which I could only imagine to do so. And Tomsky is just trying to throw that one way.
No, he's trying to do that one way, but the thing is, he has to do a left click. It's a left click. Yeah. Oh, he did it. Oh, damn. He got it. Let's go.
Right.
Yay. Let's go. I mean, that's what we want to see.
That was so fun. Yeah, that was so fun to watch. Thank God the timer has been stopped. Otherwise, it would have been the end of the round already.
Yeah, you'd just be like, yeah, there's a duel happening at B, and then like meanwhile, Roomski is just like throwing the wipe or toxic op like, please land, like just praying that okay, like just get it done, please land. I need my one way. But clearly, I think so. Now the defenders, I think so. We are slowly seeing some of the players come back. I think so. This difficult. I can see like the defenders. I think so. Everybody is back. I can see like the Sage and Cages. You can look at them over there. If you look at the POV, what or can I just look to the right? That looks so confusing as to what is happening over there with the two characters. Meanwhile, I think so. Viper is just chilling out. I think so. All the players and the defenders are fine. It's the attackers, I think so, who are having still like some technical issues. But
yes,
will this affect their momentum? Is what I'm wondering now.
Yes, it definitely will. There is no question about it because what do you do in order to take a break or break the opponent's momentum or just put a pause in the speed that they're going on? You basically take a pause. You take a timeout, and a technical timeout is also kind of the same thing. You cannot talk to your own teammates during that, but that is in the competitive scene, right? You know that these people are just sitting there. They might have a conversation with them. They might just take a step back, think about what they've been doing wrong, think about how the opponents are the ones who are getting so many round after round, and the reason for that. They could try and find out the loopholes in their defense and could definitely fix them up. It would open the space on towards the other side, but that would still require a couple of rounds by their opponents to figure that out and then go in for another readjustment. And talking about adjustment, I love the game of Valorant because in every single round you have to do something new. There is absolutely no way that you're going to do the same thing in all the 13 rounds. You're going to get all those 13 rounds. You have to think differently. You have to change your setup. And talking about changing the setups, I really feel like since the way things are going, Killjoy can shift towards the A side, can try and set things up towards the A, while Sage can hold the B. They can just change this one thing up and it might turn out entirely different for them. Maybe they would even get the win in the round because their attackers might not expect them to go into this kind of change. And Viper can, technically sit at A just because of the way that you can set the walls up, you can set your orbs up, just like we saw him setting the wall up, the orb up as the one way towards the showers. So these are the things that they can probably work with, switch things up a little bit.
I mean, they could switch it up, but clearly, I think so. Like, I think so. That's the one thing which when you discuss about how to put it. I saw something. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Okay, I want your opinion on this. I just saw this one comment in like another thing when I was just looking. I was just browsing through like Valorant like forums, and I saw this one comment somebody just put out like. How, like, you'd call it a girls lineup, but you have a boy in your team. What on earth is happening? I was just like, okay, I get it. Like, if it's a majority girls lineup, if it's 4 girls and 1 boy, is it still a girls lineup? Or you'll not call it a girls lineup anymore?
Depends on how the boy identifies himself.
Touche. That's a brilliantly democratic answer. A round of applause, but...
Oh my God. I don't want to point fingers out at anything. I'm just gonna stay silent onto that one. And yes, thank you.
No, that's a very good. That's a very good answer. That's a very, very good answer. No, because I was just curious to know because like because we see right now like I wish I could come to know like who's the by the way observer or producer who's the let us know who is the girl who's playing. Like, what's their gamer tag as well? Because then we can even highlight like how well she's doing. Because we want to promote that at the end of the day. We are in a college level, and we would like to see more female players play. It's not a. It's kind of sad when I say this that there are not of like a lot of esport professional players also who are girls. Like not a lot in India per se. Because I was approached like this. How I told I was asked about I was asked if there was like if there was like a professional player from the Asian Games who was there.
All right.
Who is there an Asian? Is there a player from India who's there? Like, what do you say? Oh my god, I lost my track. Hi, yeah, so I was asked about if there was a professional female esports player taking part in the Asian Games, and the answer was no because there wasn't. So I mean, just kind of sad. But I think so. We will take a short break,
Yes.
and then we shall be back. And until then, we shall see you right across. Okay.
And then in the meantime, guys, you can enjoy some fun music, but make sure to stay tuned so that you will know when the matches begin.
All the players moving. Okay, what is happening? We
Uh, let's just take this one small break for a minute and we'll figure out how things are going. And as soon
yeah
as players are back, we're going to be jumping back in. So, see ya, guys. We'll be right back.
yeah.
Welcome
planted.
back, everyone, and with that, welcome. We will see a quick spike plant coming in as well as the fight continues towards the A side, and he is good for the first pick. That's already one taken down, but Breeze comes out, trades it off, will quickly be dealt with. As again, Sage is holding the exact same angle that I mentioned to you, Draco.
I am confused what happened because are they? No. Because I felt they were trolling because they are trolling. What is happening? I mean, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. For people who do not know, we have to, I think, so roll back the rounds. I think so they're just playing around until the. So that was that. It was all right. I got worried as a caster. I was like, from where did the integrity of a game just get so bad that the player is just holding a knife out and running around? So I think so.
We have a rollback of 2 rounds now.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch.
3-5 scoreline.
Wait, we are not having a rollback.
No, we will have a rollback. It's going to happen now. We will have a rollback.
Turn out.
Oh, let's find out if the rollback
I'm
happens.
getting worried.
Placing alarm
I'm
bot.
getting worried.
Wait, we are not having a rollback. Wait,
Check.
what?
Check,
Okay.
check.
Huh?
Hello? Whoa.
Okay, we are not having a rollback and we are back. What? I am so.
Alright.
Alright, I mean, yeah. Good evening, everybody. We are officially back with the tournament. And as you can see, the one way hasn't worked for Roomski. And yeah, scared. Are you really scared right now? Because I have no idea what is happening in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I am very scared at this point. But again, let's quickly see what is actually happening as the Saad goes in for a good flash coming in. Lots one person out, but that was a decent dodge. Saad has been tagged already, and Gravity holding that space. That's a
Spike
good shot from
down
him.
A.
Gets the head, and he falls. And that's a spike down going towards the edge. And he can commit quickly for the rotation. As
Oh
it's
my
gone
God.
through, as Breeze is good for another one. Gravity somehow
What?
trades it off. It's death. He's holding
One
the
enemy
angle.
remaining.
Soul is still standing strong there. Here's the reload and is able to dodge the M30. Who will take him down? The spray was good, but only for one as Rumsky with that backstab is good enough and finishes things off
Last
with a 2
round
pick in
before
this
the
round and
switch.
gets the fifth for his team.
Okay, so the last round, according to my sources, I mean, I have sources on the ground, has stated that the defender was just toying with their food. Fair use. If this is trolling, I don't mind it. But clearly, as you look into it, now it makes you wonder, like, attackers have to be like, okay, look, we can troll around and these people are trolling us around. And to a certain level, it's fine. But after that, you need to be a bit amped up. You need to be like, hey, look. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't tell me. No, not again. Scared, I'm scared. I'm really scared. We have another pause.
Another technical timeout and whoa. I could be a Superman. That's how it's flying in. With
Why
this,
did
we're
the-
gonna have a quick look at the bind map, the lovely scenery, the artistic design. And with the
wanna
artistic
cry.
design,
I wanna
yeah,
cry.
I also want to cry every single time when I, kind of get sunset in my rank games, the copy games. I just
Sunset is nice, yeah. Come on. I mean,
honestly,
I like it. I mean, okay, which agent do you play? Let's see which agent do you play. What's your
Viper.
go-to agent?
I'm a one-trick Viper. I'll be honest, I'm a one-trick Viper. I don't
Okay,
play
so on
anything else.
Viper, if you're playing Sunset, ideally side B would be better for you. If you go to A, the issues
Yeah.
you have to deal with elbow and you have to even deal with like the link part. So if you're playing, you can cut it through the pillar, right? I mean, then you can go into main plant, put the orb like at the back of sight, and congratulations, you have literally blocked vision for nearly everybody, and with the DK you win. So why use that?
On the attack, yes, it's fine. It's enjoyable. But just looking at that specific map, it's just so very small and there are so many angles and it's
Yeah.
always someone from behind you every single time. You can just move so much in that map. You have to check so many angles and honestly, there's no A site or B site in that map. It's just entirely mid. All right, I call it that, and I am going to call that. It's just a map that has only mid, because everywhere you go, you're somewhere near mid. You just have to work with that, and there's just so much space. I tried opping as well. It's kind of fun, when you're on the defense, you can hold that entirety of the mid with your operator. But you'll be bombarded with the utilities. You always know that the flashes are coming that way, so you can't exactly hold the angle for a very long time. You will be pushed back as well. and I really love using the operator. Yeah, I might whiff a few shots, but I'm pretty decent at that. I wouldn't call myself good. I'm decent at that. So I enjoy using op, and that map is just something where I always get flanked, no matter what, no matter where I'm standing. You basically need to have probably two sentinels at that, and that too the ones who give you the information, like a cipher killjoy or a chamber killjoy, chamber cipher. Sage will not work. It does not give you the info. You need some sentinels that give you the info. So that's what I think personally. But yes, in terms of the design of that map, it's pretty solid. And if you're talking about competitively, um, I think so. There could be a lot of plays that could be made on that map. And since, of course, just as I mentioned, there are a lot of spaces to cover, we would probably see, the one triple controller composition that Loud brought in. I believe it was the Viper, Omen, as well as the Brimstone, if I'm not wrong. They brought that comp on Bind, I guess. So those kind of compositions, I want to see how they work out on Sunset. Again, competitively.
I honestly, one man could be happy, one man could be sad, and then one man just makes you question what is life. But what is life? Where is work? Who's what? I am genuinely like, you know what? I realize if this goes to like, I'm just thinking, okay, we have come and the next round has begun. And clearly I was waiting. The hesitation was right there, but
I've
clearly
got your trail.
with the Trailblazer, you get Mr. Mees pushed back, and immediately now they're pushing onto A side. They have to get the plant down right away. With the Seekers coming to play, they now know the location of Dark Soul, and because of Dark Soul's location being given away, the wall coming down, ideally you'd be waiting for the plant, and that is being done, but this time Mr. Mees gets
Spike planted.
death and just tells him, hey, look, you can try, but you ain't going far. The gravity showing why he's here. I miss her with a beautiful showstopper, but nothing doing after that, is there? But guess what? The revival coming into play. This is going to be useful. He gets one. What? How does that even
Player
work?
standing.
But
I
still,
am-
it's down to a 2v1 situation.
Blinded.
One enemy remaining.
Coming in, Assad is good for one. A quick trade, but Rumsky gets the half of the diffuse. Will he move out? He wants to make a proactive play, and Assad is
Now
just
there's
right
some
on his
serene.
heels. Gets him down. My
Switching
goodness,
sides.
that's going to be a headache for Rumsky. Oh my goodness, and I make that kind of play. I won't lie. I make that kind of play a lot whenever I'm playing Viper. I put up the pit and then I somehow just try to go out
And you
at
die.
some weird angles. No, I actually
Yeah.
get the kills.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He put the pit down. So ideally, even if he had like aimed himself or if he stuck the diffuse, you'd have won.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
that's-
sometimes like you overcomplicated, and I think so that is what Azad knew, that this person just knows for a matter of fact that yep, they are not gonna
Let's make
plant
some
and they're not gonna stick the
chaos.
plant, but now we have reached the pistol round. Now we've got, how do I put it? I miss us on the attack. Let's see how much does he miss her now. Truly.
Yeah, indeed. And 11 else now. Whoa, what a way to start the round. And all of them people came in and take the space. That's going to be a good flash
Oh.
coming in, but not good enough for him to take them down. Assad falls. That jumping was something that got him probably off guard, and that's team 13. Winning fighting his Dark Soul who was holding that angle. And Amicer still on towards that side as he takes down 1% more gravity towards the backstab. And that's two people watching that angle. And all three of them will slowly creep in and take the round for themselves. That's Pistol again going in for 11 Ws. That's the second pistol in the game that they've secured.
Yeah, LAN party are just showing how to be a boss, and that's what we want to see. That's what we like to see as well. But now clearly we come to a point where we have to wonder: are we going to see a situation where like a team cannot handle the lead and they give it all up, or either the lead is going to give them the momentum to finish the game off in style? Tend to wonder. There are so many storylines that you can make out of this. But the clear player to watch right now is both the Rays. Gravity on one hand, I miss on the other. My oh my. They are fragging out like there's no tomorrow.
Absolutely, and talking about no tomorrow, that is exactly the way 11Ls would have to play at this point, because they're down by 3 rounds and it's obviously their eco, so they might as well be down by 4 if in case they do not win this one, which seems pretty unlikely. Just looking at the gun disadvantage that they have, because they have to deal with the Sage Wall as well. What was the shower? Put the knives out, so put the face, and that's the on his face, and I miss out. Try to go in for the right click, and it feels so very bad, but Premium was just right there with the trade from a frenzy out. M30 somehow gets that trade off. Rumsky's on side. They had absolutely no idea. Has got a bucket in hand. They throw the molly. Tries to go back in safety. It's death. Just puts him to death.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. Coming in, and it's death. It's good for the last spray. Gets the round for his team.
I mean, no. Reload that, because that Cypher camp caught everybody off guard. It like caught, like it tagged Viper, and that resulted in Viper location being given away, and Viper just being like, what do I do now? Because everybody knew where they were. So there were wall bangs, there were literally shots at it. And an interesting part over here is what the defense is doing. And that's one thing which you like to see from wall bang is simply that they don't mind playing a bit slow and anchoring, because Cypher waited on Ace until the very end. And in the first pistol round, which we saw, they are doing what they did again. They got controls of shower, which is very much crucial. But now look at the amount of information that is given to Gravity. And Azad, let's just find out what can Azad do from that.
Absolutely irony with the judge in hand. Now going to take that space.
What? Nah.
How did he miss that? And how did Rumsky get the pick onto him? That is insane, and it should not be allowed. Grenade should stop the plant at least for some time. Flash should go out, trying to set this team up. Throw, and that's going to be a My
Down
goodness,
A.
the disrespect this guy is showing, and he is winning. He's getting
Last
rewarded
player
for that.
standing.
And Fauna is dropping all the
player
spot.
standing.
With a perfect mall, he takes him down and it's down to a 1v1. As I missed was good for a trade. Takes the shot down. Goes in with the satchel, takes the spike. Does not have an idea, or maybe he does. It's death. It's put to his death, and I missed her. Shows who's the winner.
I mean, that is a beautiful one. That IMSS showed how do you clutch. And clearly, it is something that he must have needed after he started missing out a lot. There's that. But clearly now it makes you wonder, it makes you realize what can you do, where can you be, and how much more can you do now. Because clearly, you had a situation which is going to be fun, interesting, nice. Now we've reached the holy number of 6 and 9. But I see a pause. Oh no. Oh no.
Obviously, you are gonna have a pause when the scoreline is 6 and 9. Obviously.
I wanna cry.
No more pauses, please. Start it quickly. Kal pal mein nikalna is something that I would say, but man, good today only. And
Oh, I don't know
either
this.
ways.
I mean, no, interesting that I found this out. Like, side news for everybody. There is a chance if you like football and you like WWE, you can see Cristiano Ronaldo in the WWE ring soon in Saudi Arabia.
What?
So, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we might have a face-off between John Cena and Cristiano Ronaldo. You never know. It's just been assumed. It's like that's the rumors.
I mean, we'd only be able to see Cristiano Ronaldo in that fight either way. So what's the point?
Yeah, that's what. Like you can hear tu, but it'll just be like after that.
you can't see it.
No, it's just like Su. He'll say Su. He'll have a hear a Su, and they're like Marco Polo over there. But point being, I'm kind of wondering over here. Like we look at this game, we saw like you talked about Raze being such a good duelist, and clearly you can see how good she is as a character, as an agent, how unstoppable and how many layers you can play. That you can be a basic Raze and just have like your gun. But I think so. All the players are back. They're ready to resume. And tres, dos, and we begin. But I see no
Barriers
movement.
down, and in the round we go.
Okay, that's movement. Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
that's fine. At this point, we all are enjoying our casting like that's no tomorrow. So have fun, enjoy, and be happy.
Absolutely, and talking about no tomorrow, there's a number of people in the hookah. That's where you find a lot of people in, and
Healing.
underneath this still pushes through that smoke. This is touching every single thing. He's got a shot in hand, flash as well, but ball bang Premium. Some amazing bullet, but
Last
how
player
did
standing.
Gravity is in this position? Oh my goodness. Still holding the angle. That's the blast back. I miss her. Trying to push him back. They've got the side control. It's a 1v3. He has to get an ace. Nothing left. Gets it down to a 1v2. It's so much more doable, but premium. He's playing in his prime at this round. 4 picks. Gets the 7th for his team. And brings down the lead to 2.
I mean, clearly it makes you wonder, like, my oh my, just what are we watching? That was a beautiful round. And clearly, I mean, people might say, oh no, I've seen much better plays. Lads, they are playing in a LAN environment.
overthink
Okay,
it.
so
That's my
this
job.
is something which was told to me by a professional player. The name is RVK, let's say Orangutan. He told me about how crucial these LAN events are. Like just coming to an arena and just playing beat or college beat anywhere in front of people, the experience, the gravity just showing that you can miss her, but she might not put you back, or she might not reciprocate the love, she might not reciprocate the gravity,
down
then just
A.
take you down. And like
One
the
enemy
apple that will
remaining.
fall on Adam, like the forbidden fruit, just like a clutch, with a judge, and then finish it off with style. But clearly, the apple, the forbidden fruit, what more are we going to see over here? A player named Adam? Eve? Huh? No? Okay. Sorry for the tangent.
I wish the team's names were like that. Team
Or Team Adam versus Team Eve.
This goes here.
Would have been so fun. But either way, that's the closest they could
This
get
is a nice
to
one.
lowering down that lead as it's 10-7 on to the board. 17 rounds already done, and it feels like we've been here for eternity. But either ways, now again coming back to this one, looking at the keys that they have, it's a Viper Spit as well as a Killjoy Lockdown. And please do not tell me we're going in for a tech pause. Please do not say that. Oh my goodness. They haven't gone for it because as of now, bro, but still they're holding the angle as it's death. Let's see. Trying to go in for the spray down. We'll be breaking the wall for the enemies. Not for that. Either way, that's gravity. Alright, getting
down,
through this.
B.
Rumsky still good for one. Somehow stays it down and down. Spike down already. It's death was good for another one. Rumsky with a judge in hand. Welcomes Assad. And he actually moves inside the teleporter now. There is no resurrection available. So it's just them to somehow manage
Calling my bot.
another pick if they want to, have a chance in this round. As Anani is holding such a weird angle, such a spot, but it's there.
No, it's an interesting angle because he's right down the smoke, but Rumsky, after realizing that, okay, my lineups are not working, you have to just go in all in, and we are going to see in 3,
Viper Spit.
2, 1. Oh, for crying out loud, oh, come on, man.
Please.
You are the Viper Spit. You are the Viper Spit. It's a
Last
2v2.
player standing.
But premium just showing why he might not need it. But with a lockdown, okay, they have a lockdown. Oh, he's got a molly lineup. Okay, fine. Now it makes. Look
But
at
still,
Rumsky.
is there a smoke orb? Is there a smoke orb on the
Cage triggered.
side?
Yes, there is.
It is. Alright. Good. Perfect.
One enemy remaining.
Low HP, that's gonna be.
But this is the end. This is the hunger. This is time ticking. And the Viper
Does he have
has it
time?
up.
No, he does not.
He doesn't. Ah, that's beautiful. I felt Viper messed up, but scared. He might have made us scared, but he didn't make his team scared, which is good.
Indeed.
Wow.
That's the confidence I need on my lineups, man, because I always end up messing them up. And this is just the way that these teams play. This is the reason. But they all are in the Immortals and Platinums. I'm still stuck in Bronze and Silver. I just mess my lineup up a lot. But that was really well played, to be honest. Even I was thinking that maybe they would go in for the Viper's pick, because that would have been the ideal play, the usual bookish play that you talk about. It's 2v2, yeah, go and throw the pet down. You would be having the control of at least that one area, and it would be your opponent, so it would be DK down to 1 HP. But even after that, they knew they had the lineups, knew Premium could get first pick, and he managed to do that. Taking the fight in heaven, that's such a long range fight, and still winning it out. It was very well done, very well played, and 8 to 10 now on board. So somehow, even 11 Ls are sticking to that, and they're creeping their way up, lowering down that lead yet again. And look at the alt economy. They've got the Rolling Thunder, Resurrection, Viper Spit, Lockdown, all 4 of them available apart from Showstopper. While if you're looking at towards the side of 11Ws, Cypher with the Neuro Thrift, as well as the Seekers and the Orbital Strike. So they've got two ultimates which can provide them a lot of information, and then Orbital Strike to just pin them down or force them off of one angle or maybe get a couple of picks as well. So they have to play it safe. It could get really messy.
Yeah, that's could get messy, and then everything is falling apart. Okay. And now it makes you want to ask a question. It makes you want to ask a question of what can happen, where can it happen again, or what do you see it happening? And clearly, we have seen around it go from 6-9 to 8-10. So the momentum is in the favor. You could see that they have won more rounds since that moment, the attackers. But this constant, how do I put it? Round going, round coming, round going, round coming, round going. It's like, it's like you have a Porsche, like or like you have a Ferrari, but you're driving it at 60, then 100, 60, 100, 60, 100. In short, I'm just saying you don't drive it on the roads of Mumbai during traffic hours. But you won't enjoy the drive.
Absolutely.
And that's what is happening, I think so. Like, it's like the momentum, the field, like they're warming up, but the engine is just going to get damaged sooner than later.
Oof. Well, for now, we'll just have to wait as it's again a technical timeout, and we'll be back, guys, sooner rather than later. So make sure you enjoy these songs.
And we are back with another day, another adventure with Bromsky just holding an angle and getting a pick. But guess what? That Sage wall right there. Assad just gets flashed, but guess what? The flash might have just been enough for Mr. Me to get his pick. TM13, I still tend to wonder what is happening, but that aftershock has come into play and clearly
Spike
clearing out
planted.
showers. This isn't looking good for the defenders, is it?
One
No.
enemy
Because
remaining.
clearly, we have seen IMIS are just going bonkers and ham and making sure that nobody can get through and clearly showing his presence right there. She might not see him, we do see him, and so does
Give me a
Anoni.
corpse.
Now, Anoni is in a very
One
tough
enemy
situation because
remaining.
Viper is getting ready. But guess what? The post plant lineup might be working and he's trying to force it in. But guess what? If he knows, we have seen this happen last time where the Molly comes into play. So he's going to be vulnerable. He's going for the stick. But guess what? With the Molly, gets the kill. And that is that. Rumsky has made sure that history does repeat itself. And clearly. Now, to everybody at the arena, I must say my co-cast is no more. So today, we are going to have another person coming in our way. That is El Draco Jr. And he will be helping me out with casting today. So I might be a bit more serious when I talk about stuff. But El Draco, he's a little bit understanding on the play-by-play side of things. Because the thing about him is, for him, everything is a joke. And everything is meant to be something interesting. So El Draco, right away, I give it to you. And thank you very much. I would just like to say that it is an honor to cast with Recorexia. But clearly right now, look at Cypher's camera. Anoni knows that he can see the head. The minute he sees that head bobbing off the stage, TM30 knows that he's going. But guess what? The breach comes into way. Anoni holding that angle, wondering who can he see. He sees one, he gets one, and immediately he has shown how much information he can gather out of this judge. And guess what? The damage is done. The defense and the attack just know now that this game or this map might just be in the hands of the defense. But clearly, you need to realize we have got Mr. Me still there, wondering. And I believe, if I'm correct, KJ does have lockdown available. So clearly. But guess what? Anoni realizing that, okay, there could be there is no anchor at A. He has teleported onto site. But now with premium on the lockdown, let us see what happens. But Anoni just has a short range weapon. If they go for the basic plant spot, this is going to be quite useful. I believe nobody's covering him. No, he's not. Same as a seeker. Thank you very much, this is Anoni, and that is that. My oh my. My oh my, what are you watching? Anoni has just come all the way from hookah, getting the first two picks under hookah, then going through a teleport and getting the next two picks. His team is just supporting out here, and this is what you want to see from your Sentinel in class. While he might not have the tools to cause any damage, if used right, he can be the damage output that his team needs. So now clearly, a unique-ish camera that is going to be put down right there. And guess what? There is no trips which is going to be used. Also, I tend to wonder, I just wonder, can there anything be done? Can Gravity just come and show how much of a pull he has? Or is this going to be IMIS her showing how much he is missing her? But right now we see the attack is clearly going into a main. There is no wall to stop it. I'm surprised the Vipers not put the wall up, and now it's a bit too late. But guess what? Showmove goes down and Gravity gets two while getting killed. TM13 is all left alone, wondering where are the attack, and the attackers have taken the teleport, trying to find out if they can just maybe. But is this teleport going to be a bait? TM13 does have the spike on him. My oh my, Dark Souls just looking with it. The Cypher camera already knows where they are. The minute he enters onto site, he's going to be tricked up. The wall goes up. There is a judge waiting for you. You have been judged. There is an executioner.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Spike down B.
Okay. I believe for a moment Asani thought he was not only the judge, he was the judge, the jury, and the executioner. But maybe that doesn't work in his favor right now, is
Match
it?
point.
Anoni
Let's close up shop.
more sounded like naughty. But guess what? The score is 9-12, which means we have reached game point. People who don't know what game point is, in tennis, it's like you win a game, it's 1 point. So you get an entire set here. So then you have a set point. Then you have a match point when you're towards the end. So it goes well. It goes well. So don't worry.
Yes, this should do.
The game point, match point, everything is working. No, wait a second. Game set and match point. I think for match point, yeah, match point would be like the last point. Yeah, or like this is not the. You know what? We'll just call it the championship point. You know what? Because it's his champion. Anoni with that judge. He knows for a matter of fact. He heard the information and it's gonna be GG no re. But guess what? This guy is back aside. Azad is not even looking. So clearly he has to send us flash right away to get information. Gravity, on the other hand, just being an anchor with his team is Azad, realizing maybe he cannot heal himself. Can he now? And he's low on 55 HP. he is choosing not to use YouTube, which is kind of surprising because I think that they're expecting a rotate the minute they see any form of Sky YouTube, which is going to be interesting because Viper has got showers control and Roomski doing the same that Anoni is doing, having a judge on his hand, wondering what more can be done, and the teleport comes into play where Gravity gets Roomski, and clearly Gravity is now the shoulder. The rotation is now working in your favor.
Spike down
Gravity
A.
just pulled them close to himself and has got into picks. But IMS are showing Gravity that he can be
enemy
pulling me,
remaining.
but guess what, my Gravity might be a little bit bigger, and that is that.
Defenders
Argos
win.
coming with a 3K, finishing off in style. My oh my, I'm so happy that this game is finally done and map 1 is done of Bind. I wish I'm not gonna show my back guys. I know the production has to now show me my face because we are gonna see that, but clearly if you look at the kills, Gravity with an incredible 32 kills. 32 kills, 4 assists, and 6 plants. Like, that's good. Of 6 first bloods. I mean, clearly you could see that this is what we want to look from a Raze. We want to see a Raze being able to get the damage output there. Like, clearly this is what we're talking about. Meanwhile, Roomski on the other hand is just showing like, hey, look, I might be a controller, but I will get the picks when needed. The unique part about this map is we saw 2 players get a lot of picks on the judge. And clearly in the next map which we are going, which I'm not so sure, which could be let me just have a look at my notes because we are going into Ascent. It is a very interesting map, and the third one is Haven if you go to the third map. But clearly over here, the one thing you have to note is the amount of support that is given to you by your initiator and what compositions we might see on Ascent. Because Ascent, because it's such a map of like, yeah, it's a very chilled out map. We are going to have a situation where, how do I put it? We could see a unique meta that is built up. But until then, we're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Come back to me.
Guess who's back? Back again. El Draco's back. Tell no friend. Yeah, because I mean, if El Draco is here, we are only here for chaos and everything that ensues in it. Welcome back to SKOAR Gaming College Gaming Club. I am Rexia. Over here, I have no co-caster, and that is all right because you know what? We are a one-man army. We are just going to go through this. So before I get into the next round, we shall even go into the prize pool. So right now, if you forgot, it's been a while. So let's just remind you all. The winner of this event will get 5,000 rupees, which is good. The MVP gets another 500, and the second place player team gets 3,000 rupees. So each one is making a minimum of 3,000 today, which is a good thing. As well as we have to talk about our sponsors for the day. So we are powered by Gigabyte. We are whose laptops the players are playing on right now. We're getting like the brilliant FPS. You also have like for the headphones, our partner the Sony Inzone, and their headphones are really good. We have a beverage partner that is Mountain Dew, a networking partner that is TP-Link, and finally we have a cybersecurity partner that's Kaspersky. Ooh, fun fact! Before this match took place, there was a discussion interactive session with the players of Reckoning Esports. So maybe just maybe if you're at an event, you'll get to see the same. But now looking at the map, we first saw the map of Bind. Now what's the map number 2? That is going to be, wait for it. It's Ascent. It's Ascent, lads. It's Ascent. So we might, I am hopeful. I am very hopeful that maybe we see a different meta. I am not hoping to see a Sage, not Sage, Killjoy, Omen, KO, Sova, Jet. That's like the meta pick. We are not here to see that. And I believe the players, I hope that the players, they take this into consideration. And right about that, let's just look at the players again. It's like a full reintroduction for everybody who's here. I hope you're doing well. I really hope you're doing well. Because I am enjoying the weather in Mumbai. It's raining, it's pouring, and everybody's ready. The players are ready. And yeah, if you can see our players right here. The interesting part is the defenders have the second, like this is a surprising thing for us, and it's a very good thing as well. They've got a female player there, and that's what we like to see. More female players who will be taking part and maybe represent our nation. But yeah, getting to the agents like right away, I want to transition, and I hope to see some changes, or I'm going to see something else. I'm not too sure. But clearly, I see a chamber which was shown to me for a fraction of a second. Let's just find out if I'm going to see chamber on a map of Ascent, or we are going to see another agent that is upon us. And the clear answer is yes, we are having a very different meta right here because Gravity has taken, for a matter of fact, Sova, and Anoni has taken Omen. We are seeing KJ. Oh no, no. The defenders are taking a very. They remind me of the meta composition. Meanwhile, the attackers are not still selected the agents. You only have premium on KJ, which is a fair pick. KJ with her nano swarms as well as a turret gives you so much util to use. And guess what? We have seen defenders select all of their team, all the agents that are in their team. They've got a Sage, they've got KJ, they've got Omen, they've got Reyna, and they've got Nova. Whereas on the attackers, we could be seeing hopeful
Select your agent.
that I might see a double controller setup. Let's just find out. Are they ready to sacrifice another how do I put it? Another sentinel. They don't want two sentinels like defenders. And guess what? Runsky, we have seen him play brilliantly on the wipe on the map like Bind? Yeah, the map of Bind. Let's see if on Ascent he can have the same amount of impact. But the two players to watch out. This time, it's very interesting because Gravity has taken for the initiator role. Last time we saw him on Raze. This time it's Azad who's on Reyna. And so is I Misheard. Oh, okay. An interesting part. Just look at the, if you want to look at the player card of Viper, it had Reyna and Viper. Was it a prediction? Was it or not? Was it a spoiler? We will never know. But getting into round one, we've got the pistol. Now, crucially, I think that everybody knows the normal call out. So I might sometimes say Market, I might say A-Link, I might say Kabi, I might say Backer side, Boathouse, Heaven, Hell. You know the rest, Mid, Main, Lobby. And I hope you're enjoying this because we are going to, while this might be a bit more technical or a bit less technical, a bit more enjoyable, we're going to see free-flowing state over here. And so what have the attackers decided to do? They are going for a 5-man stack push. And because of KJ not being there, there's no nano swarm to stop them. There are only 2 shock darts that are available by the Sova after the recon, and then there's an Omen Paranoia with a smoke. But Omen is holding a very cheeky angle after the Paranoia has input the Paranoia, and the rotation is already coming into play. The players are not even looking onto site. What was this double smoke? It was working their favor. A brilliant call with the opponent. But guess what? Mr. Lee gets his pick, and clearly Reyna is having fun right there. But he goes down. Azar just trying, but the plant comes down. Sky realizing that they are low. So is his teammate. Does he peek together? They know that one could be Heaven. In generator, the T1, the head is bombing. It's there, provides the death counter. It begins the nut counter for himself or for the opponents now. And here it's only left to Premium. Praying, hoping, dreaming. No, it doesn't work in his favor. You can have a Premium tier, but guess what? There are a few things in life that are constant. One of them is death. The other thing is obviously you getting tricked away by the Omen. Come on, it's Omen right there. But clearly, it's first round going to the team of... Wait. The team of... W? Wallbang? Let's Party? LAN Party? 11? Team 11? We never know because both teams are called Team 11. Yeah, Team W, like there's a team called Team W and there's a team called Team L. I mean, Team 11L, Team 11W.
I'll show her.
I would next time please ask the people to please make sure that this is not the case because my oh my, for casters it's just tough. It doesn't. But clearly the attackers have decided, you know what? It's failed once, but guess what? We're gonna try it again. Until it works, we're gonna make it work. And the Viper wall coming in this time. This time only one smoke by the Omen because you guys Anani with the judge. And this is history. Anani on the judge was crucial last game. Getting those picks on that Cypher, but guess that smoke was a one-way smoke for Steam to just get a cheeky angle. Guess what? Oh my god, the defender just called off the rotation and clearly Dark Souls is now isolated. In there, he knows he can go, but guess what? Azar gets into a beautiful headshot. And now it's all left to Dark Souls, but Gravity, I just said it before. Gravity is, however, inevitable when there is a certain amount of mass. Now, I'm not going to go into the discussions about scientific terms and talk about the acceleration due to gravity being 9.8 meters per second, because if I do, at this point, my co-caster, who's not even there, would get bored of me, and at the same time, the observer would just wonder, why am I putting engineering or like 11, 12 science topics out here? Because this is a game of Valorant. It should be as far away as it can be, but guess what? There's a lot of geometry, and there's a lot of skill that is required, and understanding and hand presence and coordination. But guess what? I believe you're only going to see a 5-man push. Either it's going to be through mid this time, and the attacker is just doing that, and IMS are just pushing in, going into market. Look where the other was IMS, and IMS gets the first kill, but Gravity takes him down. And this doesn't look good. Does it now? But this trade has only shown the presence in market. Now they have to push onto side, but the minute they push onto side, they have a barrage of KJ utilized right there. Gravity getting a pick, so what? Ooh, the shot again, one pick, Gravity gets one, and the strike guy is down. Gravity tries to get 2, but guess what? TM30 is right there to help out the team. And guess what? Doomski gets shot. He thought he can get away, but that, like I said, we can get away from anything in the world. But one thing is If death's following you, there is a Grim
That is
Reaper
one
there,
genius.
and that would be
And
that.
I am a genius.
Now, clearly, we've reached a point where, okay, we are seeing something, we are understanding something else. What can one do? Where can one be? How can one figure out what to do? And clearly, this is when we have to tell everybody that, hey, look, you can try your level best, but you're only going to go down. But clearly, Team W are on the W right now. They're on a roll. They're trying to get as many kills as they can, and they're trying to get a lead if they want. This has happened last time as well, where we could see a clear one-sided demolition by W, and then Team L, coming back to just bite them. But maybe, just maybe, history might not repeat itself, will it now? You never know, you will only find out. And clearly now we're looking forward, we're having a chance over the fight has been taking that catwalk. The Reina blind now working in the favor, but Azad gets one and again gets treated away. Azad being isolated is not working in favor, but guess what?
Spike
TM
down
the
mid.
cheeky angle, but iMisser is there. iMisser is just going to be hungry today. I think so he has a point to prove that she didn't show the offenses, and another pick. This is now in the favor. Now Anon is all alone. He realizes there's nothing he can do, and guess what, KJ? It's finally it's a 3v1 in the favor of the attackers, and oh my.
Spike planted.
I must say this. It is not looking good, is it now? But clearly, how would I put it in a nice way? We have a situation on our hand. It's 3v1 in the favor of the defense. But the defense, I think, is going to choose to save their weapon. But no! Gets a little bit too excited, and iMisser just tells them, it's not happening. You can be inevitable. You can be the one constant in life. But I will always miss her, and there's nothing that's going to stop me thinking about her. And we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all seen this username just clutch it for his team, and I'm just praying to God there's no technical pause, that's all.
Placing sentry. Placing swarm grenade.
But now, how do I put it?
Placing
We have reached a
alarm
point where history could be repeating itself, because right now we've got a situation. How do I put it? We've got a situation where L is clawing back. This is even last time, like when L was just like clawing back. When I was going away from Azad. The interesting part is both the Reinas have been taken away. And that is not good. But one thing to notice over here, if anybody wants a little bit detailed analysis, is that there's a gap which has been put by Omen, which is very interesting. It's a one-way for TM30. On the other hand, the interesting part comes over here that they are always doing a 5-man push. They are always doing a 5-man push. No matter what happens, there's a 5-man push to either part. Either through mid, either through B main, which they have not gone till now. It's either through A main. Oh, the timing has now worked in the favor. TM13 thought maybe I can just move away, but Premium just telling nope. But the nope, and the rotation is coming into play right away. They have drag, but guess what? This is what happens when you're fully rotating. You give away. The minute there's no information, there's nobody. They could have kept one player waiting on the side because they have a man advantage, but they don't do that. And instead, they have now caused Omen to rotate as well. Now Omen is Anoni. Anoni is on a phantom this time. He's not on a judge. So clearly the attacking lockdown coming into play. There are nanostones that are being utilized right now. Sending it one way. The paranoia could work the save. Anoni has to get a kill. He gets a spike down. Clearly he has to move over. Just to get success, which he does. And me and 4.
10 seconds
Let's
left.
just take the kill. And now it
planted.
leaves a situation where the
I've got your
defenders
trail.
are not in an advantageous position. And they have to know that he is someone, and the seeker is going to give out his location, and the peak has not worked in his favor, but Dead getting the first pick, and now equalizes the ties. It is going to be intense. It is going to be crazy. Wall bangs are coming into play. Clearly, the cages side has not been used. The
One
side has
enemy
been now
remaining.
used to delay the
Last
storm
player
dragon.
standing.
He's left all alone over there. Premium while getting the trade is working in favor. Guess what? Gravity is going to pull you close, get you down, and not going to allow history to repeat itself. Getting ability to defuse the spike and give a 100 online. And this is what we're talking about. You've got gravity. Like I said before, you've got gravity. You've got the acceleration due to gravity. Are we going to see a situation where 9.8 meters per second?
Need a drop.
Square.
Thanks.
Thank you for reminding me about the square. I just remember that it's acceleration, not speed, 9.8 meters per second. It doesn't matter how much mass is there, it's just going to have the same form of acceleration. But if you're considering weight, then you multiply it by. Okay, why am I talking science terms? Okay, you know, I think so. Thus is what happens. Thus is what happens when you have Brian alone casting. I just even told my name. Nice. Who's ready for Exia? Who's else for? But the Hunter Fury in a prime position, he has to get that first, and he's going to do that, isn't he? Thank you very much, there's Gravity, and I miss her. You can just go and miss her. You can miss her as much as you want. But Anoni is away. Protected by Anoni is. He's on a stinger. Oh, no. Okay, the smokes have come down, and clearly Anoni is now on vulnerable position. If they put a molly or they put some form of util right there, so while that comes into where the mollies have been put into generator, but Azad on the other hand gets information all towards mid, and they've got map control now. Flash coming to play, detects one player. Anoni still holding the cheeky angle, not trying to put the smoke down because he has to worry. But guess what? Ruki is just going to get the pick at heaven, and clearly now they are hungry and they know that maybe they can. But this rotation is again coming into play. But guess what? This time that's different. It's IMSO and TM13 just waiting there. TM13 has to hold an angle, get that crosshair a little bit up to get that head. If they're going to come for catwalk, but they don't. And instead they choose, you know what, we're just going to rotate back, which is a good part on that side because they have called the rotation bluff last time, which they saw. And this time they have to be a bit faster, but IMSO coming through A-lane, running through mid. Just knows Azad is just, Azad is just watching. Hungry. The Empress could be activated anytime, and you can see a barrage of kills like coming that way. They have been flashed, and now they know that there's somebody there. But guess what? Because of the alarm, there's no alarm, but as a backstab, this is not going to work in the field, but the death. Lockdown is there. The plant comes down, but they have to run back immediately. But he's going instant to the opposite strike. He'll work in the favor. Yes, it does. But the lockdown has been destroyed, which is crucial. But now, time is ticking. The defenders, it's a 2v3. Krubsky is going to play for the lineup. We have seen this work in its favor 2 times. This is going to work again. Molly number 1 has already been put down. Nanostorm number 2 has been put down as well. And that Souls is getting death. Dark Soul getting death right away. Anoni showing that he can be useful on another gun, but maybe it's just too late. Just too late. Time is ticking, my friend. And I'm not going to be philosophical about it. We are on 4-2. It is anybody's game till now because there's only one round. Like, I always have the saying, if you win 3 maps, then the momentum is in your side. Or 3 rounds, then the momentum is in your side. If you don't, then guess what? You are not having a position of power. You don't have the momentum just yet because the economy is not being destroyed as much. And after you get after 3 times you lose, you get a 3-round bonus as well. So it works in your favor because then you can start crunching the opponents, making them question about the tactics. But again, this time, for the first time, we're seeing a split by the attack. And guess what? The defenders are just letting go of A. They want to play on the post plan because of their weaponry that is there. Observers, if quickly you could show me a tab, I could see all the weapons that are there on the hands. Clearly you can see this is a save that has been done. It's a bit of a shorty buy. It's a bit of an equal. I'm knowing that he can take the most out of this. He's not activated the M4, but guess what? He sees one and he goes out and the 2 Marshall comes into A-Link. Nothing getting 2 as well. He getting 3 as well. Guess what? Premium is just there with the premium util and the premium weaponry. Spike will come down. And Azad has the Empress now, but if he gets the right weapon, we could see Empress being toggled. And right there is a Vandal waiting to be used. Knowing for a matter of fact that if I can, I am going to break this glass. This glass is going to give away the location. Or is it? First we have the blind, the alarm bot gets triggered, and clearly now they know where Azad is. Azad has got another bit of utility, he does use the thing, but guess what? He goes under the crossfire, it's just too good. Mr. Me was just on 4 health. Forward. The score was 4-2. That score is 4-3. My oh my. Maybe we see the score going to 4-all.
Help a girl out, would you?
Just never know. But with the buys in hand, it's going to be a full buy from both teams. I'm surprised to see that nobody's going for the half buy strategy. That's one thing to know. But with this half clunky buy, is it going to work in their favor? You can see that the economy of the attack is rising up, whereas the economy for the defenders is getting crushed. Crushed like Brutus did to Julius Caesar. Here you go, another literature reference. Oh my god. I think so. You know, my English teacher and all my teachers in Nilantha are going to be happy that I remember something that they've taught us. Fun fact, Julius Caesar was not taught to us in 12th, it was taught to us in 10th, and I just remembered that. So, yep. It is what it is. But clearly now we have a situation in our hands where Azad is enjoying this news, and so is Gravity. It feels like, yeah, you can see that exactly. It was a brilliant shot coming from Market, just getting the pick. Tell them thank you very much. You can try level best, but Ononi, this cheeky angle, a little bit of this, but he goes down, and now we have a 2v4. 2v4 in the hands of the defenders. Okay, there is lineup. Okay, Mr. Death.
Spike planted.
Okay. I thought they had a lineup for generator all the way from back side, but the Viper Spit at last being used by Rumsky. And now Rumsky has to be the most of it. He has to look at the right side. The minute they enter, they might see him holding a cheeky angle. He's one. Does he get him? Yes, he does. Does he get two? No, he doesn't, because Azad is right there. You get the kill, you get the pick, and guess what? The defuse as well. We are expecting a 4-all, but maybe, just maybe, no, that's not going to happen. And now, this is where KJ, I feel bad for KJ, because it takes 4 orbs. Not 4 orbs, sorry. 9 orbs to get an ultimate. And being honest, that is a long way away. We are so far away from 9 orbs, man. Come on, lads. Like, one can hope, one can dream, one can believe. I like how somebody said in the chat, come on, Azad. We believe in you. Come on, show what you've got. As a caster, show me what am I missing out on. What am I missing out on when I'm seeing this college events? What am I missing out on? What is this grassroots talent that has not been shown to everybody else? Or have not gotten exposure? Show us that you are taking the most of the exposure showed by SKOAR Gaming Club, which is giving you an opportunity to play. And if you do want to be a part, just go to our website. Go to the website. Maybe there'll be more gaming clubs like this all around in different colleges. And now we have a situation where Anon is just praying and praying. The bind not working in his favor. The Viper was just helping her. And Azad and Imis are just playing against each other. But guess what? The resurrection comes into play. Azad has been revived. And clearly now Azad has an opportunity to make Imis her pay. Now he gets first. He goes down though because of Imis her. Dark Souls getting another. And my oh my. We are always having a situation where it's a 2v4, it's a 2v4, it's a 2v4. But who has the advantage? Nobody knows. But TM13. I hope TM13 is a Pokemon reference because TM13 stands for technical machine and it's a way to get. But guess what? TM13, you're like, you can have an orbital strike, you can do your level best. There are only Viper volleys that are coming to play and the diffuse is on. It's going to be mollies. It's going to be a situation where the mollies are going to delay it. I would like to see that. Show me the perspective of the KJ. Yeah, just show me this because now we're going to have a situation where the second molly comes into play. But TM13 on 5 HP, allowing the team has to go one step forward from 5-3 to 6-3. And my oh my. TM13 got 3. The score is 6-3. We are not on map 3. And I'm just going to be me. Oh god, I'm just rhyming at this point. I'm just entertaining. I hope I'm entertaining the masses that are watching and the people in the arena. I hope you're enjoying it. Arena, college, you know it. But, I mean, you know, sometimes it's fun to co-cast and sometimes it's fun to cast alone because when you're casting alone, you can just express. You can talk it's storytelling at its best. But now the story is going to be told. Because the plan could be done at B side, and for the first time we're seeing the Viper wall at B. Now this is an interesting Viper wall because clearly Anoni is taking advantage of it. Well, thank you very much. You ain't getting past. Thou shalt not pass. And clearly Rumsky realizing this turret has been taken down, and clearly now they know that there could be somebody behind as well. And this is the crunch we are talking about. This is what happens when you usually have a situation when you have a 4-man push or a 5-man push. When you're trying to rotate, there might be somebody pushing. Guess what? Simply because of TM13 pushing and coming onto B side, they're now in a situation, and now Anoni realizing that they could be going A. The smoke has been put, but he doesn't have a shotgun, does he, to get the most advantage out of this? And clearly the attackers are taking their time. They're trying to have a split now, which is an interesting situation because the only issue comes here is Viper can play on the post plant, but the entry onto side, seeing the smoke, it might be like, yep, okay, but Anoni realizing that could be something that Rumsky has to be alert. Woxsen, the timing, it works in his favor. He gets flashed by his own teammate, but clearly now the plant is going to come down on side.
30 seconds left.
A site is where the plant is.
Spike planted.
There is a wallbang situation, but then Molly has an opportunity for the turret.
Revealing area.
Gravity has to be able to get any form of information, but the recon just detects one person, but that wallbang is now going to work in favor. He sees the head. He has to spray and pray. He has to hope and believe that there is a chance. His team is not even pushing in, which is kind of confusing because we've got TM13s are waiting there. He sees one under Kabi, and now the first jumps onto the play, the spray and pray. They don't see the other player. Yes, they do. And clearly from a 4v3, this has become a 3v4, but the attack. Killjoy is right there. Not going to allow them to plant. The diffuse is coming into it. Does it happen? No, it doesn't. But instead we see a lockdown ready to sustain, detain two players. And my oh my, the defenders can try, they can hope, they can dream. But everybody died to the strike. Nice. Lord have mercy upon me. Because now the score is 6-4. We're 10 rounds in. This is round 11 and I'm just getting excited. This game is exciting me. It's getting me ready. But what I am seeing on the map is not getting me ready. If we are going to go for a technical pause, I'm so not pumped for that. But we aren't. We aren't. The good times are with us. I believe there is some form of hope, belief, understanding. But yeah, getting back into this game, it is a situation where the touch is now being down, and now they are going for the tried and tested rush 4, aim 4, get 4, push on the side. With the trailblazer coming into play, they have got the wiper wall. The wiper wall could be useful if they now actually put it before the door, because then you see the cheeky angle that 13 have, but they're going to spray. Spray more, spray more, spray more. And that's what Mr. B does. He sprays more against the pick, and the plant is down. And now they're just hoping that the wall banks have come into clutch for them. They know that somebody's in hell, and guess what? Gravity, iMisser, and Azaz are just going around with each other. They're just having fun, and iMisser is just showing death that this is what happens when she doesn't look at me. And guess what? So does for you, Anon, and you can try to have all the cheeky angles. All of them. Make what you may. But guess what? I will always miss her. You know what? I wish you could sometimes know the story of iMisser. But now if you look at the buy of the teams, it is kind of like a broken buy. Some players can get a Vandal, some players cannot get a Vandal. Like Noni might not even be able to afford a judge. He's going to go for a stinger. Which may or may not. Ideally, I would expect him to do this. Take a half shield, get a judge, and have all abilities. Because he uses the judge so well. We have seen him in the past, but I think so you're just shy to use that half shield. Okay, I am still worried. Or I'm trying to understand. The attackers are doing the same thing again and again and again. And the minute they see this... I believe the defender the minute... Ooh, there's a bit of a rotation. We're talking about differences, and clearly we see one right here. We see that the attackers are taking their own sweet time, because guess what? iMisser is going all the way to B main, just gathering information. Understand that there could be a situation right here, but there is a minute has passed. Not a minute has passed. We are going to reach a minute is left. iMisser is showing a little bit of presence. And now rotating by PM13 is going to see it. This is going to be a first pick. This is going to be in mid. What happens? Nothing doing. They both try to face off against each other, and the defenders just allow them. Guess what? I'll get a beautiful kill.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Hey. It's iMisser versus Gravity. We have seen this happen before. Last time it was Jet versus Jet. This time it is Thor versus Runa. Oh my, Gravity just proving that I ain't allowing you to take the lead. You can pull me as close as you want, but guess what? The W is gonna get closer to me, and that's the pull that Gravity has. The W pull. Wow. Wow.
Right here.
I will take a breather.
Right here.
Because we have reached the second half of this game. We have reached it, and now it makes you wonder what other storylines are left. Is Gravity now going to show his prowess on attack? Is I am going to miss be suppressed and pushed back because he's on defense and he cannot be on the offensive? Are we going to see a situation where Azad is just going to prove and flex his wings and let it all out? Or are we going to see a situation where Roomski is just not going to allow the plant to come down? Let us find out. The wall has been put. It is a wall which is going to stop A-Link. The push... No, it's going to stop vision. It's going to stop viewing from A-Link main as well as through the thing. And the spray comes in dark. It's already low and he goes down. Gravity just showing how much hungry he is for those kills. He's getting pulled and attracted and he gets another. iMisser will be like, what am I watching? He's not healing himself to full. And clearly now that leaves everybody left to all hunt for premium. You go down to death,
I did.
and it's fine because not everybody gets to buy premium. That makes me wonder: does anybody even buy Spotify Premium anymore? I mean, I do. I need my music. I need my music wherever I travel. Like, so the last time I went to Bangalore, this is turning into like an episode where I'm just talking to the people who are watching. Wow. People are replying. Nice. Thank you. Hi. Hi, everybody. How are you all doing? I'm looking at the chat. Okay, I'm looking at the live chat. Just talk to me if you want to. But yeah. Yeah, I'm getting back to this. How do I put it in a nice way? When I went to Bangalore, I forgot my earphones. Like, I have a pair of wired and non-wired earphones, like earbuds. Not earbuds. I don't have AirPods. I don't have that much money. But it's these Jabra earphones which are there, which are very nice, very comfortable. And I forgot both of them. So I had to buy a new set of earphones. And I'm not even using those earphones now because it's USB Type-C to normal, but I use it on my phone. So I miss her, showing her, gets a big, gets. Oh my god. I miss her. Choose? I'm surprised he didn't choose for the heal, because I think if he didn't heal and he rather went for the dismiss, he would have been saved. The cheeky angle that Chomos have been defended away, has been taken away, and gravity. Gravity, gravity, gravity. Oh, what you want me to be.
Spike
We are
planted.
seeing
Last player
understanding
standing.
your thing and Azad the just play. You know what? It's a very funny thing that we have a situation where there's a player called Gravity, and then there's a player called Asad. Saad, not Zad.
What do you say,
Asad. Because if it was Azad, we'd be all watching Jawan and be like, yeah! For a minute, I thought I am in a cinema hall. Apologies. If you're not watched Jawan, suggestion is go watch, have fun, it's a nice movie.
Right
But
here.
getting into this game,
Right
the
here.
amount of thrilling excitement and energy that I've seen right here. I mean, to be fair, I saw a midnight show and there was not as much energy as I can see from the players right here. The players like Azad,
Right here.
Gravity, Dark Souls, every one of them just proving their mark. And now
Revealing
Gravity is
area.
pushing, helping his team to push on to B-site. And this rotation and then Empress is is not activated. The wall has been put down. It's a very cheeky wall because you have blocked a pathway for your team, maybe. But now the stock does come into play, a little bit of damage. But Azad sees, I miss her, and the player, because guess what, the spike is down, but Azad has clear on the side. He gets flashed as well. Tend to wonder, what are you watching? What are you reading? What are you seeing? Because, hey, that's a bulldog, nice. You know what, I want to ask this question to people. When you see Sky not using the dog in the first few rounds, like on the first few seconds of the round, how does it make you feel? Because for me, it irritates me. It makes me wonder, like, why do you have a trail there? Because you need to get the kills. And guess what? Dead gets kills, and that's that. 10-5. But yeah, no, when Sky doesn't use the trailblazer, I tend to wonder what's the point of having the dog. The dog will give you information on attacks and on defense. And you don't even need to give your body away. But no, we will not use Sky. I mean, we will not use the trailblazer. And that doesn't work in their favor, does it now? So, nah. Yeah. Nah. There's that. Yeah. I'll be honest, I try my level best to cast. And I tried my level best to make sure that I am doing my level best for all of y'all. I'm trying to give you all my best. No, I had a day where I was actually low. I was a bit low. But casting with y'all guys or casting these games just make me happy. And premium, realizing that the blind is going to come. So what I protect the man. Let there be rage. Or let there be judgment. But there was no judgment. There was no Arceus right there to kill everybody or like to create everybody. That's a Pokemon reference for people if you don't know. The god of Pokemon is known as Arceus. He gets a move at level 100 called Judgment. 100?
Spike
100, I think it's
planted.
100, yeah. And now, me and Mr. Me, Dark Souls, are all left. I miss her. Has to now find out because Azad has just got Mr. Me. I miss her gets gravity and now the pull. The pools are coming. Dark Souls doesn't even know what's going to hit him, but there's an old Kaspersky and now the defenders can go for the defuse. The blind, he is going to be put in. The smoke has been put down, but it's not been activated. And clearly, this is too late. But no, he goes down. He's been defused, but it's a half. Stuck. It's stuck. It's a half stick. And now, I miss her. Has to play for time. Has to make sure that he's got the time. Yes, he does. But guess what? Because of the half stick, this can be done. 3 seconds are left. 3.68. I wish it was 3.69, but still. If it was 3.69, it would be all multiples of 3. Nice. I mean, not all. Like, all would be multiples.
Need a
of
drop.
3. But that takes us to 10-6.
Thank you.
The game is getting even more feisty in the second half.
Placing sentry.
The pressure's building. They're wondering, Who is going to take that 5,000 away? Who is going to take that? Who's going to keep that 3,000 and be sulky that we couldn't go and party or buy new equipment or get the MVP? I mean, right now, let's just have a look at who is the MVP right now, because it could be a situation that it's a front teller is iMesser, but iMesser has to clutch this. If he does, it's going to be incredible to just watch and to see this. But a close call right now is going to be between iMesser, Azad, and Gravity, because Gravity is showing this flexibility. And I believe the Trailblazer has not been bought by Sky this round. And so we see right now a situation where the first kill comes into his side. Thank you very much. The spray, and no belief. Gravity, oh Gravity. I wish there were songs on Gravity. I know there are like EDM songs on Gravity, but I don't remember the songs. The only songs which I might remember of EDM is like Tremor and all of them. But I like EDM, it's actually nice. Dark Soul with an Odin in his hand. He has pray and believe. But guess what? This was not
enemy remaining.
take your way, and that is called Gravity. On the earth with the classic. Realizing, oops, daisy. But now it's all left to premium. The premium gets one, gets two, and now we've got a 1v1. The lockdown can be used. The alarm bot is having a form of a thing, but the turret, the M30, know that he has to keep itself healed. What is happening? Lad, you have to defuse. Defuse. Oh no, he couldn't. Because TM13 is there, taking round number 17 in their favor, taking the score to 11-6. And now we begin. Nice. Then the chart. Nice. I sometimes wonder how many NPCs are there, but it is what it is. We move, we wonder, we think, and we believe. Now, clearly, I don't know how many people are even watching me, because anybody who's watching me, they would just be like, yep, okay, this guy's watching us. So, if you are actually listening to my voice, thank you very much. And if you could just put in the chat a hi or hello or whatever, I would know like, okay, they actually listen to my commentary. Or I'll just say mom. Should I say mom? No, I cannot say mom, sorry. I'll just be a little less active. But now, we've got a situation, there's a split. Last time we didn't see Team L do the splits. We didn't see them taking the splits.
Woxsen screen down.
And now the odd one is down and Gravity is there to take you away. My oh my, Gravity, you beautiful human. Because guess what? Now the spike has been put down, the door has been shut, Sage Wall will come up, and now it is all left to. He must be playing and hoping for one of the best. One of the best retakes, but with the defender cage. We even know the attacking cage has a lockdown. So now I miss to answer to the. Oh! That caught me off guard as well. I didn't even know what was happening, but guess what? The lockdown has been destroyed, and Azad.
Last player standing.
Azad's going down. Premium. Premium has got an opportunity. Gravities are wasting time. Time is ticking. Gets the kill. No, he doesn't, because we go to game 7 match point. Wow.
Match point.
One man army, man. One man army. Very for example. Thank you, production. Thank you, production. And very sweet people for appreciating me for my skills. I hope I can make you all proud. I try. I do believe me. I try. But now, getting back, we have reached the final round. I mean, we have reached a situation where in the match, but there's another final round. No spoilers have been given because I don't know what is happening. Okay, I am not at the arena. I am at my home, commentating this game, looking at Gravity, just allow with ease to walk up catwalk along with his Omen. And now wonder, what can we do next? Because now the paranoia is going to come for A-Link. Because of this wall which you see right here. And Gravity is not even scared. He doesn't even care. He's so confident right now. With the lockdown being put, he goes down. I repeat, Gravity is going down. That results in the Seekers being out there. And Azad gets a pick.
Found one.
But due to the lockdown, nobody can push on the side. And clearly now,
Spike planted.
the plant has been put down. Time is ticking. We've got another few seconds. If the defenders cannot get defused, that is GG in the chat. And if they can, if they just can, my God, we are going to do something interesting over here. Because we're going to and guess what? We are in. That is GG, Nori. Thank you very much. says Team W, and that is GG well played. And I guess that is that. Victory has fallen upon the hands of Team with a W. Team W with a win. Yay. I mean, it would be a prediction. I mean, I'd be lying to say if it's not a prediction that Team W tried, but they failed. But at the same point, Gravity has done it. And yep, that is that. Team W have won. Team W have won round 1 and round 2. A beautiful thing by Gravity. I think so. You know what? I think so. Gravity deserves to be the MVP. I believe Gravity has to be the MVP because, yep, it was interesting. It was fun. But Gravity has just shown how inevitable he is. And clearly, I mean, I look at the stats and I just want to say, well done, Gravity. You beautiful human. You have done really well. Azad, Gravity. Who else was there? Azad, Gravity. Forgetting people. Anoni with the judges. There were so many different types of gameplay that we could see today. We saw Anoni, we saw Azad, we saw Gravity, we saw I Miss Her. Yeah, I Miss Her. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Rumsky as well on Viper was incredible. But this time I think he just came a bit too short. Last game he was like top second fragger first team. Or first fragger first team. But now if you look at the winners, and here's where it comes, the drum roll. Winners are Team W. L lost. Team W L lost. They rightfully took an L. You can't see me showing the L, but yeah. Team W, I mean, I think this was a prediction, but Team W won. Congratulations. Fun fact, they even had a goal in the team. Now, I'm not saying that as a, hey, look, they were at a disadvantage. No, they're at an advantage. Because I think, because I believe, like, this is the second time I've cast a game which has a girl in it, and I'm very happy. Congratulations to the winners because you all done incredible. And yeah, I would like to sign off being over here on this caster text for, I think so now, what, 3 hours? 3 hours, I suppose. I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you're having a good day ahead. Happy, I think so, it's Visurgent Day today. So I know my producer needs to go. My producer, I'm saying, the producer of this has to go. So I'm going to make this very short and sweet. Please take care. Enjoy your festivals. Remember your family and have a lot of fun. And until then, play Valorant and maybe I'll cast your game as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Take care. Be safe. And bye-bye.
Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me.
ऐसा स्टंट पहले किसी ने नहीं किया है।
Aircraft 1 ready to launch.
तुम्हें डर नहीं लग रहा है?
डर सबको लगता है, कला सबका सूखता है, पर डर से डरोगे तो कुछ बड़ा कैसे करोगे? तो ड्यू उठा और हिम्मत का घूंट लगा।
Aircraft 2 incoming. We have hit an air pocket.
माउंटेन ड्यू, डर के आगे जीत है।
Come back to me.